Hey guys, it's Friday with Cheyenne, and I want to give a shout out to my little sister and her boyfriend. She did my makeup today, so I told her I would. So, the topic this week is how our partners came out to us. And Emery came out to me through a series of events. We worked together, and that's how we met. I started in end of June, beginning of July of 2011. From my perspective, he looked like a lesbian, and we didn't get along at the beginning. I thought he was really mean. I had a boyfriend at the time, and it ended up being he was just very protective over me. He started doing really, sweet things here and there at work. He cared a lot about me. We started flirting a little bit here and there, and eventually we started dating. He told me about the first week of our relationship that he identified as genderqueer, which I was new to the whole scene. I had only dated cisgender men before him. Even dating somebody that I had perceived as the same sex as me was just so new that I was open to pretty much anything. So when he told me that he was genderqueer, I was very, very open to it. I wanted to know more. He explained to me the spectrum and where he lied in the spectrum. He told me that he preferred me to call him my boyfriend with an I and use male pronouns. He had already switched his pronouns on Facebook to male pronouns. And I was totally okay with that because that's all I knew. It was a lot easier for me to address the relationship in that sense. Being with a man was easy. I've only been with men. So to look at him like that was so simple because I already did in a way. Within our relationship, the beginning weeks, he started showing me YouTube videos of F to M men. And just to get it out there, he explained it to me, he asked me questions, he asked if I could tell, which some people could take offensively, but for me it was just kind of, I believe, pushing me into the waters a little bit, and I couldn't, and I didn't care, and some of them I thought were attractive, just like any other cis man. One night, him and I were talking, and the week leading up to this night, he had been talking about cutting off his hair and wearing his beanie all the time, just couldn't stand his hair, and we got into discussion because his beanie started to slip off and he pulled it back up really quick, and I said, what's wrong? Do you not like your hair? And he said, no, I don't. And I said, then why don't you just cut it off? And he told me because he was afraid that if he cut off his hair, that he would start transitioning. And it was the last thing he was hiding behind, basically, because he didn't want to be perceived any other way but male or female, I guess, at the time. So he cut it off. That night I took him to a salon and we cut it off, and it began from then. We started dating August 16th, and this happened at the end of October, and from then on he's been transitioning. I didn't really think anything of it, but I understood. He definitely eased me into the idea and eased me in with education, and he was constantly researching before he made this decision because he wanted to make sure it was the right thing. He was doing research on all sorts of medical different problems and issues and the goods and the bads and health risks and everything else, and was just really, really active in making sure this was the right thing for him. We then proceeded into, well, at least he did, he proceeded into finding a center where he could go and get his testosterone and a doctor and everything else, and now he's 2.5 months on T, and he's doing great. He's doing really great. So next week, I'm really excited you guys get to meet Emery and get to hear about him a little bit from him, and I'm really excited he gets to be on here, and I can't wait. I can't wait. He doesn't really know yet, but he will in a couple hours. Thank you so much for watching me, and thank you so much for being a part of this. And if you are having any sort of anxiety or fears or just need somebody to talk to, I'm totally here. Find me on Facebook or on here or on Tumblr. Don't ever feel like you're alone. Please reach out to somebody if you need help. You're not alone.